Rajya Sabha's productivity at the end of winter session was at a low of 58%. Legislative business suffered in the upper house as a number of important legislations like the Insurance Laws Amendment Bill, the Coal Mines Special Provisions Bill were unable to be taken up for discussion and passage. The questions that arise now is, will the government be able to steer these bills in the upcoming session? Is summoning a joint session a possible way of resolving the deadlock? In this context, the President of India recently pointed out that calling a joint session is not a practicable solution and the entire political establishment must work together to resolve the deadlock and pass the laws. In this video, we will be discussing joint session, its possibilities and difficulties. Before moving on to joint sittings, we need to first understand how a bill is passed. All ordinary legislations have to be passed by both houses of parliament in an identical form before they can be sent for presidential assent. If a bill passed by one house is amended by the other house, the amended bill has to be passed again in the originating house in concurrence with the amendments made. Now, what happens if the houses don't agree? In case of disagreement between the two houses about the bill, Article 108 of the Constitution gives the President the power to summon them for a joint meeting. The President may only call such a sitting under three conditions. First, one house has passed a bill and the other has rejected it. The two houses have finally disagreed on amendments to the bill. Or third, if one house has passed a bill and sent it to the other house and the second house does not pass the bill for 6 months. In computing the 6 months, any period when the house is adjourned or prorogued for more than 4 days is not to be considered. At a joint sitting, the bill in question is deemed to be passed if both houses of parliament pass it by a simple majority during the joint sitting. Each member present has one vote. The question now is, can all bills be passed in a joint sitting? No, the provisions for a joint sitting do not apply to money bills. Such bills may be introduced only in Lok Sabha and are deemed to be passed if Rajya Sabha does not return them within 14 calendar days. Additionally, constitutional amendments cannot be passed in a joint sitting as they have to be passed by the procedure specified in Article 368. The question often asked now is, can the government call a joint sitting to pass pending bills such as the insurance bill and the goods and services tax bill? Currently, the insurance bill is pending in Rajya Sabha, that is the first house in which it was introduced. As explained earlier, the only way to call a joint sitting is if the first house passes the bill and the second house rejects it, sits on it or passes it with amendments that are not acceptable to the first house. The only way to pass it in a joint sitting is by withdrawing it from Rajya Sabha, introducing it in Lok Sabha, passing it there and calling for a joint sitting if Rajya Sabha does not pass it. Again, if Rajya Sabha does not reject it but refuses to take it up for discussion, the government must wait for 6 months of sittings before a joint sitting can be called. The Goods and Services Tax Bill is a constitutional amendment, and as explained earlier, amendments to the Constitution cannot be taken up during a joint sitting. Joint sittings have previously not been used as a frequent device to pass bill. The Constitution provision itself has inherent limitations that do not allow it to be summoned easily. There have only been 3 occasions when a joint sitting has been called for. These were related to the Dowry Prohibition Bill, the Banking Service Commission Bill, and the Prevention of Terrorism Bill. For more information on the functioning of Parliament, please visit our website www.prsindia.org. Thank you.